Okay, Be'ezrat Hashem, Rabotai, we promised you part 2 for we still in Parsha Ki Tetzei, but we only did part 1, and we spoke about how much a man have to make his wife happy, and of course the other way around. And now we continue part 2 in the same Parsha Ki Tetzei. We end with the story, if you remember, that Baruch Hashem, this couple that never had kids, they end up having 8 kids at the end. And that's Baruch Hashem because the husband controlled his temper, which is one day we'll do a class only about temper, Be'ezrat Hashem. So now Rabbi Nebenzel talks about Sichot LeSefer Dvarim. He said something interesting. He says the Torah tells us a story about Bilam and his female donkey, and the question is, why do we care about any donkeys in the Torah? Why do we care for... Tell me, whatever you want to tell me about Bilam, teach me about Bilam. What's the story? What's the connection? What's the message? Bilam and his donkey. So Rabbi Nebenzel says, התורה מספרת על בלעם שכועס על אתונו. He got very angry, very mad at his donkey. And he told the aton, the female donkey, לו יש חרב בידי, if I had a sword in my hands, כי אתה הרגתיך, I would kill you. משיבה לו האתון, as we all know in the Torah, the donkey answered him back, הלא אנוכי אתונך שרכבת מעלי מהיותך עד היום הזה. אז כן הסכמתי לעשות לך כה. The donkey tells back to the Bilam, you've been my master for so long. I never did anything that upset you. Today is the first time that I did something that you assume I was wrong, and you're right. But really, I was right the whole time because I saw the angel and you didn't. And you told me if I had a sword, I would kill you. הלא אנוכי משרת בנאמנות כל הימים. היכן הכרת הטוב שלך? Where is your gratitude to me that for all those years I've been so good to you? And here one time you assume I wasn't doing good. That's it? You're willing to kill me? Where is your hakarat hatov? So Rabbi Nebenzel says, this is a person that chas v'shalom have no heart. Someone that have been so good to you for so long and did the best and whatever they can to you. One time something happened. Maybe she spilled a coffee on the floor. Maybe she forgot to make dinner. Maybe, I don't know what. For that you explode and I'm so stupid. I don't know why I married you. What are you saying? What are you saying? You look at the one time that she did something that you didn't even give her the benefit of a doubt why that happened. You assume she did something wrong, you're screaming, you're yelling, and let's say even if she did something wrong, where is all those hakarat hatov she did for you so good all this time? Where is all the cooking and all the cleaning and all the laundry and all the raising the kids and everything she did for you doesn't count suddenly? Something happened and you explode and I'm so sorry, I don't know why I married you, I'm so stupid, I'm not this, I'm that. What happened? You open your mouth suddenly over mistake that she did, even if it's not a mistake, this is the way to act. When you owe a person so much, you don't act like this. אומר הרב נבנצל, כמה קורע הלב, how much my heart tears my heart when I hear people, אישה שלא מכירה טובה לבעלה, ובעל שאינו מכיר טובה לאשתו. Your husband works so hard. He tries to bring parnasah home. He pays the bills. He pays the rent, the mortgage, the car leasing, the car you're driving. Whatever it may be, he works so hard to make sure the school's tuition, everything in the house. Where is your gratitude to him? Where is your hakarat hatov? That my husband works so hard to try to pay the bills in the house, his struggle, customers, phone calls, who knows what he's going through. Where is your hakarat hatov? Where? How is your husband? I don't know. We don't go vacations. He doesn't take me here. He doesn't take me there. I don't know. You don't know. You don't see how hard he's working? If the guy, Baruch Hashem, thank God, Baruch Hashem, have an awesome parnasa and makes, Baruch Hashem, great money, she's right. How come you don't take her out? That's terrible. If the guy, Baruch Hashem, thank God, you make great money, Baruch Hashem, you're not poor. You can afford to take your wife vacation or take her places or go to restaurants or whatever. Take her out. Why don't you? She's right. But the guy is struggling to bring parnasa home. He's trying to make everything work in the house. And then when I ask you how you're doing, I don't know. My husband doesn't take me here. What are you complaining about? Look, Miskin, look, Hazit, how hard he's trying to pay the bills. And the same thing the other way around. The guy thinks because he pays all the bills in the house and so on, I married a Khadame, a maid. She's not a maid, she's your wife. You didn't marry a maid. It doesn't mean because you pay the bills, you married a servant. Where's my coffee? Where's my tea? What about a piece of cake? Did you call this guy? Where's my laundry? Excuse me, did you marry a maid? That's your wife. That's your wife. That's not a maid. Yes, Baruch Hashem, thank God you're paying the bills in the house. God bless you. But don't forget it's your wife. It's not a maid. Whatever you want, ask her. But there is a way to ask. Many people, Baruch Hashem, they have, and Hashem gave them a good parnasa. That makes me your servant? If you want a coffee, don't ask me like a khadame. Don't ask me like a maid. Ask me like, honey, I'm sorry, I had a rough day, I'm tired. Do you mind? If you don't mind, can I have a cup of coffee? Ask nice way. What is it? I'm the boss, she's the boss. Who is the boss in a house? We don't have it. In a Jewish home, there is no boss in the house. We're going to see it soon. There is a husband and wife that works together. No. Whatever I say goes. Whatever she said goes. There is no whatever I or she or he or... There is we. W-E. We. There is we in the house. So the Rabbi Nevenzel said, Kama koev li, how much my heart, tears up my heart, איך אומרים, קורע את הלב. When I see people that don't have hakarat hatov, when your husband works so hard, and then someone asks you how you're doing and you complain, it hurts me. Look how hard he's working. When your wife works so hard, and kids, and pregnant, and labor room, and then 9 months this, and then take care of the kids to go to school, and knapsacks, and food, and laundry, and cleaning, and cooking, and everything. And then, how you doing? I don't know, my wife she's kind of lazy a little bit. Are you serious? Your wife kind of lazy a little bit? I want to see you doing what she's doing. Where is the hakarat hatov? אומר הרב נבנצל, וכי האישה צריכה לשרת אותו כל הזמן? What, she is your servant? פעם אחת קראת קלה, so was a mistake one time. זהו? חרפות? חרמות? קללות? גידופים? So one time, something happened. So you explode? You go crazy on her? Chas v'shalom, cursing? Yelling? Screaming? And the kids have to see all that? Says Harav Nevetzel, this is a Jewish home? That's how a Jewish home should look like? Where is the hakarat hatov? So something happened, so continue, fine. So what? How would you feel? Let me ask you something. How would you feel your neighbor comes to you and says, Moshe, can I have your car today? I have to go shopping. Sure. 2 days later, Moshe, I'm sorry, if you don't mind, I have to go, so can I have your car? Sure. 2 weeks later, Moshe, I'm sorry, please, my car just, can I have your car? Sure. Wow, he's such a nice man. Every time he needs your car, of course, my friend, he's my great neighbor, of course. What a good neighbor, take my car, why not? Then one time he asks your car and he says, no, I'm sorry, Moshe. Moshe says, today I need the car, I'm sorry. 2 days later, you heard someone told you, oh, your neighbor said you such a this, you such a that, you low life, I don't know what. Won't you be mad? What? That's what he said about me. I gave him my car 20 times. One time I said no, I became a beast, I became animal, I became like something like who knows what it said about me. Of course you're going to go crazy, right? Same thing with your wife. So much she does for you day and night. If something happened one time, you explode, you're going crazy, that's it, she's no good, what a terrible wife, what this, what that. No, take it easy. The Torah says it doesn't work like that. Same thing with your husband. He's the best husband and she's the best wife. We have to work on hakarat tov. How to appreciate when someone does something for you. Don't take it for granted. It's my husband, listen, he knows I'm good looking. I did him a favor, I married him, he knows that. She knows I'm rich. Rabbi, why do you think she married me? She knows I have flus, I have money. That's not a way a Jewish person think. No one did no one a favor by marrying you or marrying her, or chas v'shalom to think that way. Baruch Hashem, I have this wife, and thank God I have this husband. Baruch Hashem. But of course, no one go to learn what is it, a husband and wife. Harav Nisim Yaged alav shalom used to come to Irgun Tov next to Main Street over there. Harav again used to say that one time he flew to Israel, and he asked the captain, "Can I see the cockpit one time? I never saw it. I heard it's very interesting." So he says, "Okay, if you want to see it, why not?" He took him inside. And then he asked him, "What's all those gadgets? What's all those buttons and switches? So many buttons, so many gadgets, so many. How do you know what's going on? Red light, green light, so many lights. How do you know what's going on here?" And he said to him, "No, my dear Rabbi, you have to go and learn. It's not 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. So to fly an airplane, my dear friend, is not that simple. It's not a car. D, neutral, drive, and park, and that's it. No, it's a lot to learn." Wow, so the rabbi was impressed. As they flew to Eretz Israel, so as they're flying, Rabbi again was thinking, he's like, wow, to fly an airplane, so many buttons and switches and lights and this and that. Wow. And then he was asking himself, and he gave a class about it. He said, what's harder? To fly an airplane or to be married? What's harder? Everybody say, Rabbi, don't teach me what is it, a wife, what is it, a husband? I'm married, I know what I'm doing. To fly an airplane, oh, this is very hard, Rabbi. Well, I have news for you. It's exactly opposite. It's easier to fly an airplane. With all the buttons and all the gadgets there and all the lights, the switches and all, it's easier to fly an airplane from here all the way to Israel and back and coming back. It's easier than a person think he knows what is it to be married. It's not that simple. How to handle him when he gets mad, and how to handle her when she gets mad, and when he is down and depressed, not in the mood for nothing, what shall I do? And then when she is not in the mood and she's upset, she's this, what shall I do? And there's so many questions, and forget about when the kids come, and then mother-in-law and father-in-law, and where to live and where to work, and so many questions. You think it's simple to be married? You think you know it all? You think it's that simple? You tell people, did you ever went to a bookstore and you bought a book about marriage? What is it to understand the husband, understand the wife? What is it to be married according to what the Torah is asking us? No, Rabbi, don't worry, I know it all. Yes, sure. The Torah says, Al Adam tzarich ladat. Why are we saying all this class today? Listen to this. Mikevan shekach yaldehem ilmedu mehem. You want to be angry, whatever you want to do, what can I tell you? I can't change you, I can't control you. But your kids, at least have heart for your kids. They sing this all day. How many homes you hear that the kids went through hell just watching the parents fighting day and night? You don't think it affect the kids in school? You don't think it's going to affect the kids in the future when they grow and they want to get married? You know what a damage, what a scar parents can do to their children? Fighting day and night in front of the kids, screaming and yelling and who knows what. Your kids watching all this. Even if they're not, they hear you from the room screaming and yelling. How much damage can a person, you bring kids to the world, why to hurt them, why to damage them, why? You have a problem, tell your wife, the kids go to school, okay, let's talk about it. You and me, let's go somewhere, I don't know, let's talk about it, why in front of them? How many kids I hear, they see psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, they see these, that, why they have to go through this and see parents fighting day and night? You think they don't understand? They're still young, they don't understand what's going on. Of course they do. They see everything. They hear everything. Don't you have heart to do it in front of them? Then you're wondering why they don't do good in school, why they have no friends in school, why some kids don't talk at all. Some kids scared to be outside, social with people because of the parents. Look what they're going through. How many parents, please, pass this message on to other people that chas v'shalom, by mistake, fighting in a house. Okay, it happened. There is no couple doesn't fight. But why all the neighbors have to hear you? One lady told me, Rabbi, I hear everything next door. They're fighting so loud and the windows open. I hear everything. I'm sure the rest of the neighbors, they also hear everything. How people fight like this? How people argue that way the whole world can hear you guys? You're not embarrassed? It doesn't bother you? And then your kids goes in the street, oh, those are the kids of these people that always fight. Miskinim, they're so embarrassed. They can't wait to grow and leave the house. They can't stay in a house like this. What people gaining by fighting all the time? What you gaining? Why to fight all the time? This parasha, the Torah says, "V'simach et ishto asher lakach." Make your wife happy. People getting married to be happy, not to be miserable. Who gets married to be miserable? People wants to be married. Is the best husband, is the best wife. I'm so happy. We go places, we talk, we social. I'm crazy about her. I'm crazy about him. I have the best husband. I have the best wife. Why not? Why not to live like that? Why always to fight and always to argue who is the boss and who's right and who's wrong? Constantly fighting just to say at the end, you see, I told you, you're the wrong one. That's why you're fighting all the time. Who knows who's right, who's wrong? What kind of life is that? Come the Torah and says, stop. This is the month of Elul. Pause everything. Look at your wife. Look at your husband. And says, you know what? This rabbi is right. Let's start new page. Let's start new life. Things happen. Let's sit. Let's talk like humans. No need to scream. No need to fight. No need to holler and yell and so on. Let's talk. We can't choose a rabbi. Rabbi, can I come with you? Me and my wife, we have a problem. We have an issue. Can we sit with you? Fine. But don't think you can solve problems on yourself on your own. Problems don't solve like this. You need sometimes a third party to, and definitely those that calls behind the back to the mother-in-law and the father-in-law. What kind of advice you think they're going to give you? You think they're going to be on your side or his side? You can't ask people that. You have to ask someone neutral. Go to a rabbi. Rabbi will tell you this time, ma'am, you're right. Sir, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Next time, I'm sorry, you're right, she's wrong. Next time, he knows the Torah, he will tell you. That's why the Torah says, you want to have Beit Sameach, you want to have Simcha, you want to have the right happiness in the house. Drop the arguments, no need to fight. Drop the ego, who cares, who's right, who's wrong. I care to live in the right house. Always to be right, always to be, you're never wrong. No, one lady told me, Rabbi, forget it. My husband, he never wrong, never. He always right. No such a thing. Nobody always right. And nobody always wrong. אין דבר כזה, אין דבר כזה. So please now, before the month of Elul, we're already in the month of Elul, before Rosh Hashanah, let's pause, let's stop everything. All these people that chas v'shalom argue and fight and who knows what. Maybe it's time to stop. Maybe it's time to tell her, you know what, for so long we're fighting, honey, I'm sorry. She's telling for so long we're fighting, honey, I'm sorry. Let's try a new page, let's see where the problem comes from. You can't, go to a rabbi. Which rabbi do you know? The knows Shalom Bayit, sit with him, talk to him. He'll put you on the right track, start living amazingly, happy. Baruch Hashem. I know people fighting for years. I know couples fighting for years and years. So Be'ezrat Hashem, for the new year, let's start fresh. New Rosh Hashanah, holiday. My parents, no, your parents, eat by my parents. Oh, last year was your parents. Every time a holiday comes, it's another reason to fight. Every time there is a vacation somewhere, it's another reason to fight. Lama, why? Let's start Rosh Hashanah fresh. Let's show the kids, Abba loves Ima loves Abba. Wow, we're getting along, everything is so good. Give the kids miskenim that to see everything is it's good in the house. They go to school, they can do good in the test, they can learn amazing. But when they go to school with such a sight, memories in their brain, again Ima and Abba fight, again they scream last night, again they're yelling, I can't take it. The kids can't take it. So please, I'm begging you, Be'emet with all my heart, let's start a new Rosh Hashanah. Start a new beginning. Take her out, spend time with her, go together, spend time with him, stop the argument. Who cares who's the boss? Who cares who is controlling in the house? You and me, I and you, it's the same. Any decision, let's make together. Honey, what do you think, this and that? And she tells him, honey, what do you think, I want to buy this? Ask each other, what do you think? Ask each other advice. Share, spend time together. And Be'ezrat Hashem, when people will really think about this class, think about it, start a new year, make your kids happy, make your parents happy. Whoever is around you will see, wow, what happened to this couple? Wow, Baruch Hashem, look at them. Why not? May Hashem give us the koach to drop our ego, to start a new beginning, to humble ourselves. My wife means the world to me. My husband means the world to me. And Be'ezrat Hashem, Hashem will give us an amazing new year. Amen. Ken Yiratzon.